So I'm sitting here at the White Stallion Ranch in Tucson, Arizona, and I'm really lucky because right now I've managed to get 5 minutes from probably the busiest man here at the ranch. He is the owner, and I'm here with White Stallion. First of all, thank you for letting us come and stay on your ranch. I have to say, from Andrew and I, this has been the best vacation we've ever taken, without a shadow of a doubt.
We love it. Thank you.
So, what's your first memory of being here at White Stallion?
Well, I mean, my first memory that sticks is a strange story. My father had come down in October. There was no housing for a family, so we were still, I was 5.
Right.
So we're still in Denver, my mother and myself, and my brother was born in the interim. So in March, we all come down. My dad comes up. We fly down. We have no clothes other than the ones in our suitcases, no furniture. We move into a brand new empty house. And our very first night together, we're in 3 little rollaway beds and a crib, and for my dad.
Yeah.
And so at 6:30 in the morning, our first morning, we're all excited to be together as a family on our dude ranch, our new adventure, our new journey through life as a family. And the maintenance man at 6:30 in the morning is yelling, Mr. True, get out of here, get out of here. And so my parents it's the house I live in now, so the same bedroom I have now, had a little private patio and a little 4-foot wall, sliding glass door. So my dad, we all 3 get up, and he opens the sliding glass door, and there's the maintenance man. And he's got a steak knife in his hand, and he's drunk. So, which is understandable, 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And he's got this steak knife, and he's hanging over the fence. He goes, Mr. True, you've been a great boss in these 3 weeks I've worked for you. So I just want to let you know now, I'm going to go kill Louise the cook.
What?
And when I'm done, I'm going to go kill Lyndon Johnson, who at the time was our president.
What?
Now, my dad was 2 things. He was a very funny guy, and he had a real dry sense of humor, and he hated Lyndon. He hated him with every bit of his body. And so without hesitation, he looked at the guy and said, well, I can't have you hurt Louise, but I'll tell you what, I'll buy you a ticket to Washington. And so the guy really wasn't expecting that, right? He's thinking, well, no, I thought you were going to take the knife away. So anyway, of course, which is what I did.
You didn't kill Louise Cook, did you?
No, my dad jumps over, takes the knife, and of course takes him away to Tucson for someone else to hire. So that is unembellished, true story, our first day in the dude ranch.
Oh, wow.
So that's my first.
Your first day in the dude ranch business, so your father wasn't a dude rancher before he came here?
No, they were, my dad and my mom. My mom worked when women typically didn't, in the 50s and 60s. She and my father both were in the oil business, and my father and my mother traveled all across the Rocky Mountains West and saw every little town there was out there to see, and stayed in every bad motel there was to stay in. And that was what they did. And they knew the oil business. My dad had grown up in the oil business, not in any sense in a wealthy situation, but working hard in the oil business. And so they wanted to do that here, and because that's what they knew. Well, there's no oil business. They want to move to Arizona. They were tired of being cold. They were tired of snow. And so, as that story goes, one day my dad came home to a blizzard, and he'd already been sort of wanting to move. And he said, and he got on a plane that night, came to Tucson, landed at midnight, started looking for something. He looked at trade schools, restaurants, apartment houses, name it. Tucson, 1965, he looked at. There were 30 dude ranches within an hour of Tucson, 5 for sale. I picked this and brought my mother down. And my mother loved to tell the story that at the end of the week, we stayed at eat. That she said, we know nothing about horses, hospitality, dude ranching. We don't even know anything about cats.
No.
So this is a bad idea. My mother was more pregnant.
Yeah.
So my dad, he wanted it. He just kept talking about it. And his mother always told the story. She's very proud to tell it. Finally at the end of the week, she said, okay, Alan, if I can look at those mountains every morning when I wake up, I'll let you draw it up. And we know she meant it, because she had no sense of humor. So,
right.
So we know she meant it. And so he built her house with glass, like this building,
could look out.
floor to ceiling. So that's how we got it.
Wow, that's an amazing story.
Yeah.
And how did they manage? I mean, starting out with no experience and totally different place with no connections, what did he do?
They worked hard. They were smart. And, a great friend of mine said, teach your kids a work ethic and you taught them most of what they need to get through life. And I didn't believe that until I got older, and I do believe that. And they worked tirelessly, almost killed us. And they learned. And they did the right things, they made good decisions, and we're still here as a result of it.
Well, talking of working tirelessly, which we've seen you and the whole team doing, I mean, we know that this morning we were out on a 7 o'clock in the morning ride, and the team were up at 3:30 to get the horses ready. Well, why do you do it? Why do you do this? Why are these incredibly long
I have no other skill.
You seem to be the last person to bed and the first person up in the morning.
That's what I know how to do. I mean, I've done it my whole life, and in truth, it's what I like to do. And nobody loves their job every day. I love mine almost every day. And, it is mine. And my brothers and my sons and our families, and it's our legacy. So as we see it grow, and I could take you around and bore you for hours and hours and tell you what we did in 1990 and what we did in 1972 and what we did and what used to be here in 1968. And so the gradual transformation from a fairly basic, fairly typical blue ranch in 1965 to what we have here today.
What is it that makes White Stallion so special?
Well, from our perspective, it's the land and it's our heritage. I think from our guest perspective, the thing that set us apart is the ease of access. It's easy to get here. We're close to town, so if you forgot something, you want to go do something that's in a city, you can get there. So yet you look out here, you look at 5 square miles of desert that looks the same as it did 2 or 5 or 1,000 years ago. The other thing I think is our approach to the horse program, which is built around variety and built around our horse. And where most ranches, and I get this completely, they take a more generic approach to their herd, so it's sort of less of a match per guest. We've taken this beginner to advanced rider approach, and so we have horses that match all those types, and some that are better with women, and some that are better with men, and some are better with kids. So we feel there's that really great horse match, and we think this really sort of unique combination of access and real.
I mean, the horses are superb. The condition of the horse is incredible. They're so well taken care of. And we did that huge big mountain ride the other day, and Magnus was completely in control of everything. I just was so able to trust him. We've been barrel racing, we've been team penning badly, I hasten to add. We've been on slow rides, fast rides. There really is a lot of variety. You can spend some time with your horse. We're going to have a bath this afternoon. We will need a bath, but we're going to bath the horses this afternoon. So you really get to have that connection with the horse, which is great. I think one of the things that's been really special for me has been the team you've got here. I've traveled a lot, been to a lot of places, and I've been really impressed with the consistent level of high service that you can tell people actually want to give. And it's not something that you see a lot of. You can see people who've been trained to give service, but to see people who want to give good service is something really special. I want to know what your secret is. Where do you find these people? How do you train them? What do you do?
I get asked that all the time. And actually, the two common comments that almost everybody makes is when you're having a good time is the crew, the service, the honest, sincere service, and that they were relaxed. Whether they rode every ride or swam every day, or they just sort of read their books and enjoyed the view. Everybody asks us how we do it, and I don't know. I think that it's a lot of things. I think that people appreciate working with their bosses. I think that they when we're there at the beginning and we're there at the end and we're not just waving through, I think they appreciate it. And they're just nice, good people. And I think that we've been fortunate that the core of the team has sort of spilled out with their friends and acquaintances and through generations, because we've had that. So, it's just our culture. And I don't say it to flatter you or the rest of our guests. People who come to dude ranches are nice people. And, they're not coming to go home and brag about what they did. They came because they wanted to. They wanted to do something different. They wanted to ride horses. They wanted to see nature. They wanted to do something that isn't an ordinary vacation, but has this real stamp and core of authenticity. So I think that, those people, while demographically they're no different than at a 4-star, 5-star resort.
Yeah.
They are nice. And so our guests our staff, our crew, get to meet these people from all these countries.
Yeah.
Where else do you get the opportunity? I mean, typical week here, there's 5 different countries.
Yeah, yeah.
And so they get that, and they get these really kind, nice, up for it, fun people.
Yeah.
And, it's fun to serve people who treat you right.
It is. But just talking about business, the last couple of years have been really tough. I know it's been very tough here in the States particularly.
Sure.
How has the economy affected business for you?
Oh, well, I mean, it certainly affects us, and I think, and I don't diminish the horror it's wrought onto some people, so don't please. But for us, I think a recession was good. It makes you revisit everything. It makes you take another look at every single thing you do. We think we're doing a good job. We think we're doing a better job. Our approach when the recession came, somebody said an old Chinese saying is when times are bad, paint the lunch counter. And we like that. Our first gut instinct was to rein in, grab our wallet, lock it up somewhere, and then we decided, no, we have this legacy, we have the stability, we don't owe anybody any money, and so we could continue to upgrade, and we could continue to. We added rides, we took new looks at everything, so we think we upgraded. It's impacted our family business, which is our core business, and that's been the slowest to return. We had an up year last year, and we're excited about the year coming.
That's really good, because I know that some of the ranches have had to close down, so that's really great that you're doing well, and we know people are coming back, and you're even busy right now in the hottest time of the year, so that's awesome, really good.
Yeah, third summer open, it'll be our best. So, but, a lot of it has been, I think, our ability to, first of all, if you owe money, it's the worst thing in the world in a recession. Fortunately, our parents didn't leave us that issue. The other thing is you have to be flexible. Whatever it takes, as long as you stay true to your core, go do it.
Well, flexibility is definitely something we've experienced here. Nothing has been too much hard work for anybody. We've been able to accommodate everything we've asked for. Not that we're particularly difficult here.
No,
So, Russell, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Best holiday
Thank
ever,
you.
and for taking some time out, because I know you're back to back every day. Thank you.
Thank you.